But I think coming back more to a topical situation, as you know, because of the fact that uh, it's difficult to have physical presence in courts. Virtual hearings are, while they are going on, everyone knows they're not the same as standing before the court and appearing. So hundreds of matters can't happen a day. By virtual meetings or virtual hearings, not more than 5, 7, 10 matters. We have to therefore come up with an appropriate platform which can support, or a technological platform which can support the interaction to happen like is required for a mediation. Uh, so now in my world, courts are moving towards virtual platforms. Uh, do you think mediation institutions can play an important role in bringing this technology or technological platforms in the forefront, which can aid in mediation and other alternate dispute resolution?
Yes, I think most certainly the institutions can do this. Even before the days of the lockdown, uh, I must mention our Center for Mediation did conduct remote mediation involving 3 locations. And concerned mediators were able to resolve the disputes in a couple of cases without requiring any physical presence. Thus, we were able to cut through the legal debates around jurisdiction and avoid traveling and save costs for all parties on that account. Yeah, that means in addition to mediation being a low cost initiative, low cost process, by making it virtual, by making it remote, which does not mandatorily require any physical presence, uh, uh, we even managed to bring down the cost of traveling. Now, in a post-COVID scenario, institutional platforms like ours will be able to offer not just world-class venues and meeting infrastructures, which is known for carrying out mediation, meetings, caucuses, etc., but also state-of-the-art video audio conferencing facilities such as the Zooms of this world and all that. Such facilities can connect parties and lawyers and mediators, a number of them, over multiple locations with very few limitations. In a world where the new normal will be less of traveling and more of social distancing, resolving disputes need not wait if we utilize these facilities.
I think, and of course, leaning on technology, I think, has become the new requirement these days. But has the CMC specifically taken this task up? Is there a dedicated or a captive technological platform that they're planning to use or come up with? Or do you think there's a requirement for that to happen anytime soon?
Yeah, so CMC has the advantage of being a part of Bombay Chamber, and Bombay Chamber, like any other organization today, is grappling with these challenges of how to make work from home more productive, more manageable. And to that end, Bombay Chamber has been looking at various tools and products available. And we have now invested in Zoom. And now that we are reasonably confident that Zoom has been able to address the security concerns, etc., in its updates. And now, in addition to what we already had by way of our meeting rooms, our conference rooms, and our traditional video conferencing tools and audio conferencing tools, which becomes very important, by the way, for lay people who are not so smart in terms of deploying Zoom at their end. So audio conferencing, a very traditional method of linking people together in a audio conversation, is something that we have already used in the recent past. So these are, in addition to these facilities that we already have, we have invested in state-of-the-art facilities as well to make life, make working, and make dispute resolution that much more safe and effective and timely in a post-COVID situation. I don't know whether I've been able to answer your question, but
no,
I think
absolutely. I think it's very clear. I think it's good to understand that the institutions like yourself are able to live up to the challenges and sort of ensure that they're geared up to the challenges of the times that we have.